Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kryptonian saying here, bringing you guys a review for One Piece chapter 924, and color me interested as hell right now because we're at the end of Act 1. That was so fucking short, man. Like, that was so short. We just came out of a short arc, and now it's just like, this one feels like it's going very, very quickly. Like, Luffy just fought Kaido, and now we're at the end of Act 1. What the actual fuck? Like, I don't know, maybe it's me. It just feels like this arc is moving faster than the previous one. Like Whole Cake Island and Dressrosa felt like arcs that they took a while to actually get to, like your meaty points like right now. So either Oda has some crazy shit planned or this arc is speeding up, man. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, let me back up for a second. That threw me off when you get the whole thing of end of Act 1, because I don't recall seeing that with the previous arcs. Like, I really don't recall seeing the end of Act 1, end of Act 2. I don't recall seeing that. But I gotta say, I love the fact that, like, Luffy's showing just how big his balls are in this chapter. And it's more than once throughout the chapter. Like, when Kaido is looking, everybody's like, oh my god, he survived a hit from Kaido's club. I'm like, okay, clearly that's an instant kill shot move that Kaido hit Luffy with. Luffy survived it. That's super fucking awesome. But then you get this moment where Luffy is, even though he's knocked unconscious, his will to live and his just desire is so strong that he's looking over at Kaido, and Kaido's the only one that picks up on the fact that Luffy's spirit has not been broken. And as soon as everybody lets their guard down, Luffy unleashes the Supreme King Haki, and that's when Kaido looks around and says like, oh shit, we can't have too many people with this type of Haki running around. And he tells his men, he says like, hey, the rest of you guys, you need to take him, lock him up. And even Kaido acknowledges like Luffy knocked his ass sober. And so that was interesting. I made the joke that Luffy knocked him sober, but Luffy actually hit this dude's hard enough that he knocked the alcohol out of him. So that was interesting right there. That was one of those times where I felt like Oda was just kind of letting us know that like, hey, our boy's coming. So that was cool to see that. And then the other thing is I like how at the end of the chapter, the thing you see with Luffy is that even though Luffy is being marched through the streets, everybody's saying like, how the hell did that little boy right there do all this damage in the town? Did he really think he could go up against Kaido? Luffy is just giving daggers through his eyes left and right. Anybody has anything to say, his spirit is still there. And that's something that I love right there, because that's showing you like with Luffy still has that alpha spirit. And you know, when you get a situation like this to where you have somebody that is that much more powerful than you, that much more clout than you, you know, you have to keep up appearances. And what I like with Luffy is that it comes so natural to him that Luffy, he's not bowing down, he's not bending over and taking it like a bitch. That's not something that Luffy's actually doing. Luffy is going to make Kaido fight for every inch that he takes from Luffy in terms of trying to break his spirit. And that's if he's even able to take some of his spirit at all. And so I like that aspect of what you see with Luffy there. And I like how Kid is actually in there. And, you know, Kid shows just how dangerous he is. And the fact that they say like, hey, you know, that guy in there, he's waiting for execution too. But, you know, it's one of those times where when you feed him, you need to make absolutely certain that you remove the fish bones. And Kid is just shooting the fish bones out at his jailers, like, and going straight for the neck. I love that. And I like how at the end of the chapter, Luffy and Kid both look over at the cells and they say, Kaido, we're going to kill you. So that's obviously Oda saying like, look, you know, we're going to set up an alliance here. You know, I think there's probably going to be Kid and Law and Luffy. They're going to team up. That's one of those things where it makes a lot of sense because you're dealing with an absolute badass in terms of Kaido. Kaido with one hit was able to take him out, which means that if he looks over at Nami and Usopp, he's probably going to kill them just by looking at them. So, you know, you need more firepower for this, especially given the fact that Kinemon is just going through and trying to assemble a whole ass rebellion. That lets you know that Kaido and the people that support Kaido, they're nothing to turn your nose up at. So I thought that was interesting. I really thought that was interesting. I also like how you get this moment where you have the Sea Prism Stone gets revealed, that all the Sea Prism Stone throughout the world was actually born here in Wano. And what they've been doing is that they've been basically making Seastone prison nails and all different types of weapons. And so basically Wano, on top of being closed off from the rest of the world, if you get there and you got a devil fruit, you know, you're up shit creek because they got weapons that can combat you. This is interesting. You know, this lets you know right here that like whatever the fuck Kaido's doing, you know, Kaido is thinking big game for something, okay? Because like it's more than just, you know, Kaido want to be isolated and do his own thing. He's got his own territories and everything as one of the four emperors. But, you know, Kaido, I really feel like if you just look at how he's kind of going, like he's having artificial devil fruits amassed. At the same time, he's also having the people of Wano make these sea prism stone nails and potentially other weapons using that sea prism stone. It really seems like Kaido's saying like, well, there are people in the Marines that have devil fruits, and you got all these ragtag pirates like Luffy and them running out here. I need a way to combat them. I need a way to keep all these people in check. And I think that that's what Kaido's doing there. Kaido is looking like, hey, I'm about to run all this shit, but I need to get rid of the competition. You know, basically like if Kaido was somebody that had a crew working the corner for him, Kaido at a certain point saying like, look, I'm tired of going to this dude that's a distro. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the distro and go straight to the connect and kind of cut out the middleman. I'll be the new distro. So I think that that's kind of where Kaido's going with this. I thought that was interesting. It kind of just shows you how dire the situation is, and the fact that, you know, even Law's looking at the situation saying like, shit, I'm in a rock and a hard place right here. And I like how, you know, even Hawkins is saying, well, hey, at least we finally got Luffy. That's enough right there. And you just see the fallout of the reaction where Kinemon, he's spying on Suru, but then you also see it with the various Straw Hats when they get the information what happened. Franky's like, oh my God, Luffy, he's finally made it to Wano. And then all of a sudden he's just making this stupid crazy face as he's crying. The same thing with Nico Robin, she gets it, and I can't help kicking Nico Robin when she's down. Nico Robin, the way that she's drawn, I get what Oda was going for on this, but you know, Nico Robin looking mad ugly right there, man. Like in the beginning she was looking completely sexy, right? Like I give her that, like she was looking sexy as a geisha, but then you get the moment where she sees it and like she looks like, you know, one of the ones where like after they take off the makeup, you be like, holy shit, dude. Or she look like one of these dudes that be getting on the dating apps and everything, and they be putting up pictures of themselves from like 6-7 years ago, and then when a bitch go meet them, when they get meet up and everything, or they get on FaceTime, it's like, oh shit, there's a whole nother motherfucker right here. Like this is the same thing. This is the same thing with Nico Robin, but I get what Oda was doing. Like artistically, you know, showing the Straw Hats with all those various expressions and the way that they were drawn. That was just Oda's way of, you know, kind of showing just how dramatic of the scene that was. So I get that. I get that artistically. That actually worked for me a little bit. And I like how, you know, again, I think it was Otama. They stumbled across Otama's body. So I thought that that was cool, the fact that, you know, she wasn't actually killed off. So, I mean, overall, this was a good chapter. And as far as like ending it off for this will be the end of Act 1, this really makes me worry. I'm actually worried that the pacing is about to pick up. Because like with Whole Cake Island, like when it comes to how that was done and how Wano was being done, like I'm like, man, you know, if Whole Cake Island lasted this long, if Dressrosa lasted this long, like Wano's gonna last a long ass time, man. I'm gonna be able to get caught up, and you know, we'll be talking Wano for a while. Like now it feels like, you know, if I keep going at this 5-chapter a week pace, man, I might get caught up when Wano ends. And I was hoping to get caught up when Wano was still kind of ongoing, man. Because, like, I think that when Kryptonian Saiyan went down, you know, you guys were telling me that we were either getting ready to go into Wano or we were already in Wano. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I've got mixed feelings on this. I think I'm going to have to record some extra chapters, man. But, like, my chapter question for you guys is going to be simple right here. At this point, do you guys think that I'm right? That the pacing has actually picked up in Wano? And then what are your thoughts about a potential three-headed alliance between Kid and Law and Luffy? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching until then. Have an awesome day, guys.